You might relate to this case history. It's for a builder, but it has implications for all service businesses. My client used to spend too much time with unprofitable prospects, people who really weren't that interested in going ahead. The trouble was he felt uncomfortable asking questions to qualify prospects. He would squirm at the thought of coming across too much as a salesman. So he just wouldn't get in there and qualify the leads. He said, I just feel very uncomfortable about that and I don't want to do it. The trouble was spending all that time with people who weren't prepared to go ahead, weren't organised, were just looking, meant that he had unprofitable times. He'd have cash highs and cash lows, and it was really killing his business. I showed my client a solution that saved him a huge amount of time. So for prospects that you want to qualify to make sure that they're definitely interested in going ahead, they're ready to go ahead, and they're prepared to pay for a quality job, this is the system we used. Firstly, we instituted a qualifying system for every inquiry. The core element of that system is a questionnaire, and that questionnaire asks the information that my client needed and therefore that you would need to qualify your prospect. When the prospect makes contact with the business by email or phone, they are reassured by being told your project is very important to us, so we want to make sure we get good information to give you the best attention. So we're going to send you this questionnaire. Please fill it in and we'll get back to you to arrange a discussion. So importantly at that point, we get what we want, which is more information, and the client gets what they need, which is reassurance. And you'll be surprised they really feel it's a professional approach, and the client gets the impression that they're dealing with a very professional business. What happens when the questionnaire comes back? If it doesn't show that the client is suitable, then you do your best to steer them in the right direction, keeping a good relationship with anyone who inquires in your business. Here are some of the important items from my client's questionnaire. Firstly, he wanted to know what level of finish they were after. Was that going to suit his type of work? So a good qualifying question. What sort of budget range did they have in mind? We gave them options from under $50,000 to over $2 million. So that really helped qualify the prospect. How many other people in the industry are they actually talking to? That's going to tell you if they're really shooting widely or they're being reasonable about the number of people they're asking for a quote. And what characteristics are they looking for in their supplier? That's a very important question for you. It's going to help you with what you come back with. So these questions and others really helped my client qualify his prospects. Then we made sure he had a good program of Google ads running, and the results came in and they were fantastic. His inquiry level doubled, and importantly, he was able to use the system to make sure he was only dealing with A-class quality prospects. So what happened, he was able to charge a good margin for a consistent supply of work coming through in the future and choosing jobs to do that he really loved and was passionate about. It made a really big difference to my client's business, and that flowed all the way through to profits on the bottom line. So if you're having trouble qualifying your prospects, I highly recommend you use a qualifying system like this. Remember, great systems create great businesses. So what are the key elements of a great sales system? Firstly, focus your time only on high quality, profitable prospects. That's going to save you a lot of time. So you're going to qualify every lead. A questionnaire is a great way to qualify leads. I've seen this work in a lot of different industries, and the average response is 7 out of 10 questionnaires. And the wonderful thing about that is you're not going to be dealing with the 3 out of 10 who are wasting your time. The last thing you need is a professional finishing process. What's an example of questions to qualify prospects in a questionnaire? Well, what finish are you after? What standard? Now, in some industries, you might ask that question yourself. In a building industry, you'll ask your client that question. Secondly, what is your budget range? Very important in any industry. How many others are you talking to? If it's 6 people, you might not want to go ahead, so you need to know how many others they're talking to. What characteristics are you looking for? You want to know what they're looking for in your industry so that you can respond. For an example questionnaire, please go to my website, coachforgrowth.org, and email me from the contact page, and I'll be happy to send that to you.